Who doesn't love a unique way to give the gift of a gift card or cash this holiday season or anytime? Check out today's pocket card video. I'll share with you how easy it is to create. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Connie Stewart with Simply Simple Stamping. I am thrilled that you're here for today's Tuesday tip video. Let's go get started. All right, friends, we're going to start with a Christmas card today. And like I said, this is such a great way to give the gift of a gift card or cash. And these pocket cards are so easy. As I go over all the measurements, I want you to know that there's a free download that goes along with today's video. So no need to write those measurements down. In this download, you'll have the measurements, the supply list, photos. You can even come back, just click or scan the QR code. You can come back and watch the video. And friends, if you're in the United States, I would love to be your demonstrator. You can order right there. I'll have that complete supply list for you. Stick around. I'll tell you how you can get that free download. But first, let's talk about the supplies we need to create our Christmas card. We're going to begin with a piece of designer series paper. Now, I have chosen the Shining Christmas paper. Guys, this is 4 inches by 12 inches. And just a tip, if you have got a paper that has a certain pattern on it, it's very directional. You're going to want to make sure that that is in portrait mode, all right? So make sure you're cutting in that direction. I've got 3 pieces of garden green cardstock that's going to match my Shining Christmas. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have another piece 3 1/2 by 5, and this little piece here 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. All right, we need just a couple layers here in some basic white. This is what we need. Guys, this is a 3 1/4 by 5. I'm sorry, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, forgive me. And then I've got this little piece of white, 1 by 1 1/2. All right, let's get started. We need to begin. We've got to cut off 1 1/2 inches by 4. So I'm going to put the 12 inches up here at the top, and let's cut off 1 1/2 inches. We're going to be using that to hold our gift card. We need to do some scoring now on that remaining piece of designer series paper. And the direction I have my paper is very important. So if you have a directional pattern on your paper, you're going to want that over on the left-hand side, because we're going to make a score line here at 1 1/4 inch. Make sure it's not the cutting blade. Make sure it's the scoring blade. 1 1/4 inches. And once again at 5 1/4 inches. And what we're going to have when we fold this down and we fold this up, that's going to create our pocket. Thus the reason we needed to make sure we had that paper in our paper trimmer to score it correctly. Let's set this off to the side while we do our stamping on our pocket. And that's going to be on our garden green. This was the 3 1/2 by 5, and then the basic white that was 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Friends, I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away how easy this card is. I just need a sentiment. I chose Brightest Glow. I'm going to say Season's Greetings, and then I'm also going to use that little "'Tis the Season." I'm going to use a cherry cobbler ink pad, and I am simply going to stamp Season's Greetings right up here at the very top of that cardstock. While I've got my cherry cobbler ink pad out, let's stamp "'Tis the Season" here in that little scrap of our basic white. This was the 1 by 1 1/2. Now you can add the pocket for your gift card or cash. That can be on the front or on the back, either way. This card, I'm going to adhere it on the front. And to create the pocket, you can use your multi-purpose glue or tear and tape, but I just need a little adhesive right down there at the bottom. I'm going to add that strip of designer series paper right at the bottom there. And now I can simply fold down my tabs. And again, a little multi-purpose glue. We're going to adhere that down. This is going to be hidden, by the way, because we are now going to add this to that garden green. This makes such a cute little pocket. Very simple to do too. And you can see that's going to slide right in there. Let me set that off to the side. We'll create our pocket now. To create that pocket, we're going to use the iridescent ribbon. We're going to bring it around the back and here to the front. Now, before you start to tie it, let's make sure we're good and flat on the back, because if we have that ribbon twisted, well, it causes a little bit of a problem. All right, we're going to take right over left and under. I'm going to take this over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to give it a tug, and you want to tug up and down, not right to left. You want to go up and down. We're going to create a real pretty square knot here, guys. So give that a nice little tug. I'm going to hold it. Now I'm going to go left over right and under. And when you go to pull, what I want you to do is only pull what's in your right hand or left hand. Goodness, I don't know my right from my left today. All right, that's going to give us that real pretty square knot. Once it's kind of held, then you can kind of give both tails a little tug. But you see, we have the ability to kind of slide that around. Let me trim that down, because you notice I always tie my ribbons and bows and knots. I always do that with it on the spool. I have less waste that way. All right, there's my pocket. Here's my greeting card and gift card that's going to go right inside. Friends, now we are going to add this to that 5.5 by 4 1/4. You can use any of your favorite adhesive. All right, just get creative, but I'm going to use some multi-purpose glue on this one. We'll add that right there in the center. This serves two purposes. One, it's going to give some stability, but because I'm cutting my designer series paper down to 4 inches, it allows me to get 3 of these pocket gift cards out of one sheet of 12 by 12. I love that. All right, needs a little tag. I'm going to take that little piece of garden green that I had, and I'm just going to tuck it right there, glue it down underneath the ribbon. This one, a little Stampin' Dimensional action, because dimensionals make everything a wow. I will add that right there. One last little thing, we got to bling it out. And let's bring in the festive pearls. These little red pearls go perfect with this paper because they've got the same shine that I have going on right there in that designer series paper. 3 of them, almost like some little berries right there. Boom, boom, boom. And just like that, you've created a pocket card. How is that for fast and easy? Way too easy. Now, I want to give you one more little tip here. If you wanted to be able to write your message, you could add an additional piece of, that would be the 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. You could add that here, and that's where you could write your message. Or you can write it right here, and that will be covered up with the gift card. Easy, easy. All right, I want to share one more card with you. Don't forget, I've got that free download for you that goes along with today's video. Everything that you need is going to be right there. You'll find this free download at simplysimplestamping.com, or just look down in the YouTube description. I've got a direct link where you can find it. I'm going to create a wonderful little thank you card using happy labels. So this one, it says, "You've got the biggest heart." And with this one, I added my gift card to the back. So here's where I'm going to write my message, and the gift card is just tucked in the back. Again, a great way to say thank you. Let me tell you a little bit about my paper. Those measurements are all exactly the same as my first card, except I'm changing things up. This designer series paper is the Delightful Florals paper. I love this one. So bright, so pretty. And all of these pieces are all the same, only instead of garden green, we're going with a little bubble bath. And of course, there are my pieces for my basic white. You've got the biggest heart. Thank you. I've used that same ribbon and those same festive pearls up there on the top. Fabulous and beautiful cards. So whether you need a card for the holidays or a card for any time of year, the pocket greeting card with that little secret gift is perfect for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for the thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.